Each of us has a dream, a heart's desire. It calls to us, and when we're brave enough to listen and bold enough to pursue, that dream will lead us on a journey to discover who we're meant to be. All we have to do is look inside our hearts and unlock the magic within.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call and the doors will be closing soon. Please board quickly and safely. Our monorail will be departing momentarily. Thank you. Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Wednesday night, we're your kick through to get you to the weekend. Welcome into the studio tonight. If you've been looking for your gateway to get to the magic, well, I found it. It's right here on YouTube, and we're going to introduce you to Matt and all the magic he brings on his channel. But first, we got to kick things off and get this party going the way we usually do. It's always good to say, hey, Dean, over at the Live Place, you're doing a great job. 100 plus family-friendly channels over there, doing an excellent job with everything that he does. Partner channels, I've got some incredible ones. Myers and the Mouse, This Is Our Dream, live from the park. Dole Whip Dad, Disney World, Freak Dad Builds, and the Rose in the middle. Tina Marie's Place, doing everything from home, Disney Magic and more. The FPE Network, can't stress how much I'm behind what they're doing, helping other creators grow, building a community over there. I'm proud to be affiliated with the FPE Network. More to come in the future with those guys. It's going to be exciting. Chaotic Crusaders, you're going to hear about them throughout the day, throughout the channel. They support us, and they make it happen. Dan with Disney World is 20-some thousand strong over there. He's absolutely killing it on Facebook, bringing the magic to you over on Facebook. Check out Disney Worlders here and on Facebook. The Clubhouse, we've got one on Facebook, nowhere near as big. We're only about 2,000 over there, but you're welcome to post your content over there as long as it's Disney, family-friendly related. You're welcome as a creator to bring it over there. We do have membership on the channel if anybody's interested. 4 different levels of membership available. Higher level members get the Disney minted coins. Members appear in the chat with a green inflection on their name. We're grateful to all of them. And a coin next to their name. Some of those ones that have the actual coin that you see on the screen right now have been members for a year for us, and that we are truly, truly grateful. Just a reminder, membership each week is brought to you by Zoelle's World and being a Jeanne-Claire. 1 incredible lady, 2 incredible channels. She's almost at 1,000 over there on Zoelle's World. You don't want to miss out on Zoelle. Check out a Jeanne-Claire. She's incredible. Coming up on January 25th, that's this month. It's one night only, celebrating the arts. Yeehaw Bob sits down across the table from me. It's going to be an interview. It's going to be a performance. It's going to be absolutely amazing. A Disney Legacy recipient coming to say hello.
This is Yeehaw Bob from Port Orleans, Riverside, giving a big shout out to Pete and his podcast. I look forward to being on the podcast. Pete, thanks for inviting me on. Have a great night. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.
Can't wait to sit down with Bob. It's going to be a blast. We're announcing the Inside the Huddle returns this year for a second year. February 24th, 1 week after the Super Bowl, will be the debut of the new show. We got an update, a little bit of changes. If you like the NFL, you're going to love coming over and hanging out this year with us.
Just a little bit of pixie dust.
Just a little bit of pixie dust is all you need when working with Christina Whitman, realtor of choice for the Disney Chaotic Clubhouse. From making magic as a cast member to spreading magic as a top realtor for Century 21, she'll help you put that gold Century 21 sold sign on your property for sure. Central Florida's finest, Christina Whitman, 407-789-5334. Tell her that Pete McDevitt sent you.
Hi gang, it's me Tinkerbell, and I'm back from Neverland. Just in time to listen to my favorite Disney music radio station. So grab your mouse ears and join me and all of my Disney pals down at the end of Main Street, right in Mickey's backyard, for the magic of the Mouse Radio. See you there!
Hey y'all, it's Dad Builds, inviting you to come over and hang out with us on Saturday nights at 9:30 for the weekend special report. We hang out with Disney YouTube friends and talk Disney topics and general craziness in the community. Always a good time, and we invite you to come over and share in the laughs and smiles. Hope to see you there.
Just a reminder, the ladies in the community destroy it in our community. Absolutely incredible. Sundays, every other one. It's dinners with Donna, Sunday nights at 9, Mickey Bunch and Monarch Moments in the Flow. Monday nights 9, it's Meg, Mickey's Magic. She's magical. Love Meg. Wednesdays, I was watching Tina today. I was ninja watching a good portion of the show, but I love Tina Marie. She's fantastic. Thursdays is 8, Christie's Corner. I'll be updating that and changing throughout the year. So before I come on here real quick, do this before I bring in the interview. As we're finishing out here, guys, if you're watching live or watching on the replay, real quick, I want to throw something out there. We don't usually do this as much, but I am right now because there's so much going on in the world. Guys, no matter what you're doing, do me a favor. As you're working through today and watching this show, I hope you're finding some magic, but just take a moment for a moment of silence or a moment of reflection, a moment of thought. There's a ton of people in our community that are fighting the battle of everything going on in the world today with all of the COVID stuff. We all know that. So I just ask everybody to take a minute, think about it, and say a moment of reflection. Maybe before you lay your head down, keep all those great people that are in our community in mind. It would really mean a lot to me. All right, let's pull it back up and talk about what we got going tonight, because this is why you're here. We're excited. Our guest tonight is incredible in the fact that this guy, as I got to know his channel, when I first saw it, I was like, wow, love the channel name. It's the perfect inflection for Disney. And we appreciate that. So when we're sitting there and somebody comes up with a great channel name, we say, hey, what's going on? And that's why I reached out to him a long time ago. Coming on tonight, they love to share all things magical with you from their channel. Their YouTube channel is just 1/3 of the trifactor that they bring you on social media, focusing on the magic of Disney with Instagram and Facebook as well. Videos, pictures, news, and more can be found with their social media and presence. Please welcome, for the first time into the seat on a Wednesday night, Matt from Gateway to the Magic. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Pete. Great. How you doing? Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Welcome in. We got a lot of friends coming in to hang out with you tonight. I'll take a quick second to reflect on chat, if you don't mind. Tim Ripple's here. Sebastian the Crab, Anthony the Molar Man, Dad Build, Stevie Lee, Kathy and Randy Serpent. Look at all these people coming in for you, bud. Brian K, Dad Builds, Anthony the Molar Man, Yachty is here. Dizzar Dream is here. Dre Houston. You don't get that unless it's like a Super Bowl. Donna, who doesn't love to cook. Kennedy, I love Donna. Mar in Memphis. Stevie Lee. Udalali Lane. Udalali Lane says, excited to check out this new channel. Love it, Kate. Thank you very much. Debbie Bernfeld's here. Love Debbie. Huge support of the community. Libby Smith is here. We got a lot of friends. This is exciting. I'm glad you came in tonight. Love your background there first, by the way, with all its inflection. That's fantastic. I guess let's start out tonight by talking about just you in general, not so much the channel, whatever you would want to share with everybody about you, and then we'll kind of dig into the channel and its aspects.
All right. I guess a little of my background, I guess I'll stick to mainly the Disney background. Mm-hmm. I'm a relatively newbie to the Disney world. I guess I've been saying it for quite a number of years now, but I guess it's been close to 20 years, but I'm not a lifetime Disney person. Okay. My wife's family, they're a bunch of Disney crazies, and I'm sure they'll admit that. They got me into this about, like I said, about 20 years ago. And at the time it was like, oh, it's Disney. I didn't get it. But they eventually turned me, and since that time I've never looked back, and just love, going to the parks and resorts and checking out things that, you don't necessarily always think about when you're coming down here. But that's mainly how my Disney whole, craziness started. So
I love it. As we go through the chat tonight, moderators will be dropping the links for Matt and his channel all the way through. Take the time to consider subscribing to him based on tonight's interview or checking out his content. We want you to subscribe so you watch the content. Subscribing just to subscribe doesn't do anybody good. You, me, Matt, my dog who's right here, he just shook his head and said, nope, doesn't do it. So make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, if you wouldn't mind. We will want you to highlight questions tonight. If you have questions for my guest, highlight at Pete McDevitt Show. They'll jump up in yellow or orange, and I'll see them. We'll be glad to ask Matt. If anybody has the phone number to the studio tonight, you want to call in live and ask a question, you're welcome to do so. Want to recognize the Perkins. They're here. MP's in house. Also, I saw Tim Rempel came in, Francisco, and AJC Magic. Amy, we try to make sure we say hello to everybody as you come in. Donna Kennedy says, hey, wait a minute. Hold on, Pete. You can't start the interview. Awesome shirt, Matt. She wanted to. So I'm not starting the interview. I recognized it, and we're good to go. All right, let's just jump into here. Let's first go take a step back in time. You're 400 subscribers now. You've been doing the channel for a little while. When you first decided to start a channel, okay, when you first said, hey, I'm going to hit that record, we all have people or channels out there, Disney or non-Disney related, that spark us to say, I might be able to do this. Who were some of the influences on you to want to hit that record button the first time?
Well, that's a great question. And there's been a lot. I'm sure there's plenty that I'm going to, that I watched. We know that. Yep. Yeah, there's so many that I think probably one of the first ones, and I don't know that he's doing as many Disney videos anymore, was Travel with Rick. And I would sit home in Pennsylvania, and he would do Food and Wine Festival videos with lots of guests. Lou Mangello was on there, right. and I just love that idea. And then I found more other stations. More recently, 4K WDW, which is more of just a quiet walkthrough station. Some of their folks are the WDW couple. Love watching those guys. And Corey Meets World, another great channel, and obviously Resort TV One. Watch a lot of their videos. So take a little bit from all those channels, and used to sit and watch those videos for hours when we lived back in PA and couldn't get to the parks on a regular basis. And it was just it really helps, because when you're away from the parks for an extended period of time, you really jones for that Disney fix, and they really helped out. So plus it opened your eyes to, it lets you see a lot of different things that when you come down vacation, you're here for 7 days, you try to cram it all in. When you get to watch other people's videos at your leisure, you can see so many things that you had no idea even existed. So those were probably the handful that I that were really I spent most time watching.
Awesome. That's great. I saw that there was a challenge in the chat with a couple of links. If it's from the links from the inside of the body of the video, YouTube, it has some challenges lately. It could be messing up the link. I know that probably Tina or Jesse posted all of the links for Gateway to the Magic in the moderator chat. So make sure that you can grab them from there real easy. And if you're not part of the moderator chat on Twitter, please reach out to me so we can get you added in. That's some great channel inflections. I don't know Rick, obviously, but I'm going to look back and check. I always like going back and finding people that were doing it from the get-go. All the other ones I obviously know, and they are great ones to do this. So that's fantastic that you did. So as you were coming in and saying, all right, I'm going to hit record, I'm ready to go. And it's always the first thing of, what am I going to title? Am I going to call myself my full name? Am I going to call myself, what am I going to call myself? How did you come up with your channel name? Everybody always likes to know that.
That's a funny story, because as I was going through my stuff today, I actually found my original paperwork from when my wife and I came up with the name. It was back in Pennsylvania several years ago, and actually, I got it right here. It was actually a menu from one of our local restaurants at home, and on the back of it, it sat there, and we just wrote down a whole bunch of different names and words and everything, and I love this thing. And one of the first things was my favorite park is Epcot, and more specifically World Showcase, and more specifically is the International Gateway. Always loved that back door to World Showcase, so I wanted to try to get Gateway in there, and then obviously Magic is pretty self-explanatory. So after lots of this and that, and we finally came up with Gateway to Magic, and it just sort of stuck. And originally it was Gateway 2 with a TO to the Magic. And actually, my father had a great idea. He's like, when I Googled Gateway TO, there's 1,000 other things. So you should use the number 2. So I got to thank my father-in-law Bob for that. That we put the little 2 in there. Plus, it adds a little uniqueness to the name. So that's basically how we came up with the name. But it's
I love it. That's absolutely fantastic. I should also highlight too a couple things. Moderators, keep me up to date on his subscriber count as his channel grows tonight. We'd like to recognize his acknowledgement. Make sure you are subscribing to me as well. If you're enjoying the interviews tonight, we interview people all the time. Diz Our Dream, my partner channel, has a question. Are you a Steelers fan?
Absolutely not.
Amen. Hold on. You'd absolutely deserve that from me.
Yes. Actually, and funny, the Steelers reference, we actually, some of you may or may not remember, years ago, we're actually Seahawks fans here.
Nice.
And the Steelers played the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, we lost, but we actually watched that game from Saratoga Springs down here in Disney several years ago. So the Steelers, we don't like them mainly because of that. That's the only reason, but mainly because of that. But yeah, so no, Absolutely. We're not Steelers fans.
I love that. I love it. Welcome in, Carissa. Welcome in, Javi. Have a wonderful day is here. Janice Disney is in house. Lisa T. Big Money Lisa T is in here. I should also take a quick thing to remind everybody at the end of the interview, I will be highlighting a chance for a Super Bowl pool this year for a block party, block pool if anybody's interested, but that's more for the end of the show. And welcome in here for a moment. Benji's in-house with us as well. Kate, we're not going to go into location of where Matt is located. I'm not going to throw that out there. And there was something else. I'm crushed. Go Steelers, Donna Kennedy says. So we do have a lot of Steelers fans in here, so that's good stuff. All right, so let's dig into your channel for a second, as we talked about your channel, where you got your inflection and everything. Disney, your love of Disney. It's a Disney channel. Where did that come from in your life? How did that come about?
Well, I alluded to it a little earlier. My in-laws, I got to give them all the credit. They've been Disney fans for ages, and they turned me onto it and brought me down and showed me the ropes. And it took a few attempts to understand it all. The first time was a little hectic. It was pretty go. And I was coming from PA, thought I was going on vacation in Florida. We get off the plane and the rest was a blur. So it took a little getting used to. And then my wife and I came down separately and did the little slower things. I'm like, okay, so I saw all parts of it. But my in-laws definitely turned me into it. And, all of them, everyone on that side of the family, they've been great with it. And since then I'm now, and I consider myself an official Disney crazy. They were, like I said, they've been doing it for life, and it's been great. And I have so much catching up to do, and I love watching videos of older rides that I never got to see. I only get to hear on some radio stations, but I'm doing my best to catch up. But I credit everything to them. They definitely moved me over to the magical side, for lack of a better word.
I love it. I want to thank Kathy and Randy for subscribing to Gateway to the Magic. Appreciate that.
Thank you. Absolutely. Thanks, Kathy and Randy.
Welcome in Julie McCowan to the chat, and D-Man, welcome into the chat. And Anthony says you're at 428 already, which is a good thing. So that's an awesome thing. Matt, what I'll tell you is it doesn't matter when you found the magic. It's just that you found the magic, and we're glad you're part of this community. So don't ever feel like you have to say, in here, out there. You're here, brother. That's all that matters. You're part of the community. Welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Joseph, I'm going to screw up this name. Joseph Pekelia. I hope I'm doing it right. Gateway to the Magic is a great channel. Keep up the great work. And he's got a cool avatar. Welcome in, JB. Love that. Appreciate everybody subscribing tonight to Matt and to Gateway. Again, ask you to subscribe based on content, the interview, or his channel. Looking at it, we're going to dig more into it in a minute. And again, if you're having fun here tonight and you're new to my channel, I interview Disney creators every Wednesday night at 7, every Sunday night. So I appreciate it. Stevie Lee says, what is Matt's favorite Disney food?
Ooh, that's a good one. I wasn't favorite Disney food.
And Stevie just subscribed, and so did Jeffrey. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Oh gosh, and we had so much festival food. Oh, what the heck? I gotta say, actually, at the festivals, sometimes there's a salmon potato pancake at the different festivals. I gotta say that's and it's got a special sauce. That's up there. It's tough to beat that one. That's a real good one.
That is a good one. Let me recognize Zach's World WW is in house. MP had a nice compliment for you. I like watching the calming videos from the park. They're always awesome and so relaxing. Appreciate that.
Thank you,
Our loving friend. I love Debbie. Debbie Bernfeld supports so many people in the community. She just subscribed to you. Got a lot of new friends coming into it. Absolutely love that. Matt, the correct answer, according to Dizar Dream and me, to that last question is all of it. That's
I think that's too easy. Yes.
I just figured I'd throw that out there to you. Welcome in, Jill. Jill's coming in. Let me see what Jill had to say here. My hubby had not discovered the magic yet. He tolerates me and my older daughter, who are both Disney fanatics. He does enjoy the rides and the food in the park. Well, Jill, we appreciate you being here with the community. Let's dig into your channel for a second here, a little deeper for a second, Matt. Let's talk about what people will find. I'm going to highlight a couple of your playlist contents. And if you could, at the end of it, after I get done here, just kind of highlight what your playlist is all about. The magic people are going to find over there a little bit more in depth. You've got 9 playlists with 138 posted videos currently. Disney World Park Tours, Disney World Festivals, Disney World Shorts, Christmas 2021 at Disney World, Disney World Resort Tours, Disney World Room Tours, and the one that I can't wait to hear a lot more about. I already know the answer, but I got to ask it because that's my job as the host. 10 minutes of Disney magic. I actually love this playlist. But you could tell a little bit more about it. That would be great. And thank you to Benji for just subscribing. Go ahead, Matt.
10 minutes magic. And I have to say, I sort of borrowed the idea. I think it was from the Diz boards, possibly. I think they did a bench, a 5-minute bench series. And when I lived in PA, I loved watching them because it was quiet. You could have it on the side and it wasn't distracting you, or your boss didn't realize you were watching it. And I would just love to sit there and just take a breather and just sit and relax. And I told myself, if I ever do this, I'm going to go do some of those things because I like to film what I love, and I love sometimes I love doing the rides. I love going here, love going there. But my wife and I also love just to sit down and just not necessarily people watch, but just enjoy the surroundings and hear the sounds, hear the boats, hear the rides. And so I try to find spots that, you may not appreciate as much because you're always on the go and running from here to there. And just to sit and just enjoy, like I said, the boats or the monorail or the buses going by, or certain parts of resorts that you may never see because, you might not be staying at that resort. And it just sort of take 10 minutes out of your day, of your Disney day, and just sit and just relax and appreciate everything else that surrounds you. Because it's, there's so many times, and I'll be walking around till every time we go out, I'm like, That's a great spot. That's a great spot. And my wife's like, no, let's go. We have dinner. We have to go. But yeah, so I'm always scoping out new spots, and there's an endless supply of great spots like that. And I think a lot of people miss those because they're vacationing and they're cramming things into a 7 day period. But I mean, I just love and they're the best fun. They're the most fun to film because I get to enjoy it while it's filming, and plus they're the easiest. You just hit record and sit there and watch. That's of course assuming that security doesn't come up and ask what you're doing, which has happened on occasion. But they're just doing their job, and it's all.
It is a great segment. It's man, everybody looks for that unique part to their channel, and I think you found it with that. I've enjoyed those videos. I've watched many of them. That's why I was kind of smiling and smirking because I knew the answer to the question. But it's such a great segment. And I encourage you to keep finding more of those and bringing those. If you've never seen them, guys, take a look at that playlist. It's just 10 minutes of just taking something in. Again, like Matt said it perfectly. It's a spot that you probably walk past and never realize, hey, it's pretty special to just take a look right here. Megan Flood, want to welcome you in. Megan says, what is your favorite resort to stay at? And I ask everybody, please do me a favor. Highlight at the asterisk at. It's the little circle of the letter A on your computer to ask me a question, or else I can miss it. Welcome in, James Gerdhart. Welcome in. And Matt, your favorite resort to stay at is what?
Can I give a 1 and a 1A?
Absolutely, you can.
Oh, great. Well, I think our favorite, or my favorite, is the Wilderness Lodge. It's hard to beat. It's hard to beat the lodge. I mean, when you go there, it really doesn't. It feels like you're at Disney, but you don't realize you're in Florida. The theming there is amazing. The Pacific Northwest, theming and the restaurants and the scenery out on the lake is amazing. The other one is the yacht. Well, I guess it's 1A, 1B, and 1C, all those ones. The yacht and beach clubs. We like the yacht and beach clubs. This Stormalong Bay, and sit at the table right by the boat, right by the pool, and float around the lazy river. I would say if it's more wintertime when there's a chance that the weather's cool, we'll take Wilderness Lodge. But if it's going to be pool weather, we'll take Yacht and Beach Club. In the proximity to Epcot and walk, and you can walk and take the boat to Hollywood Studios. Whenever we're looking to stay, it's a coin flip. Although I have 1D now. Can I add a fourth one to my one list?
I'll let you add a 1D, and just give me 1 second. I want to thank Marilyn Gable. She subscribed to both of our channels, which was very nice. I also want to welcome in Mr. Fulton. I want to welcome in Lady Noir, Disney Freak. Great to see you. What is 1D for you? It's
got to be the Polynesian. Lakeview. We actually, and we just stayed there on Halloween, and we had a view of the castle, and it was the world's biggest nightlight. It was so amazing. And there's so many times my wife knows all these answers. She's told me this for years. You have to stay here. And at first I'm like, I don't get it. And then once I stay, I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. As she always is. But yeah, the lake view at Polynesian, when you can see the castle, you just open the curtains and just sleep all night with the castle lit up. That's a pretty tough one to beat. So I have 4 number ones, if that's okay.
That's good by me. Welcome in. Hello is in house. Bob and Kelly are in house. Who else? Blue Polo's in house. Got a lot of good friends coming in here. Lady Noir says, I just subscribed to both channels. Thank you, Lady Noir, Lauren.
Thank you, Lady Noir.
I love that name. I've seen her out in the community before. A beautiful name. I love that name. Let's go. We got a lot of questions. Joseph says, what are Matt's goals for the channel this year?
Well, I think a couple of them. One would be to explore more, do some different things, go to different resorts, go to different sections of the parks that I haven't done. If you look at my channel, you can tell I have some favorites that I lean towards, but I want to try to get out of my comfort zone and go to some different ones and get different content. And I think the other big one is to get more involved in our Disney YouTube community. This past year, and we just moved here in January from PA, so this past year has been a complete crazy transitional year. And it went by like that. So I want to get more involved in everyone else's channels and see what they're doing and interact with them and meet all you guys. And so I want to get, like I said, get more involved in the community in general and take some time to.
That's an incredible goal to have, and I applaud you for that. Welcome in Anna Isabel as well. I applaud you for that for multiple reasons. One, more people that do that, the more stronger our community is going to get, and we deserve as Disney lovers to be elite. As a community on YouTube. And that's one of my goals. Plus, when you do that, the opportunity for recognition in the community, like our Disney YouTube recognition series, That's how you get it. Just being out there in the community, being a part of it, it's so incredible. So appreciate you, and I applaud you for that being one of your goals. Welcome in Central Florida, Novelty and Gifts. We'll talk about them in just a little bit. Blue Machisa in-house with us as well. MP says, Courtney has a question, wondering what your favorite part of Beach Club is. We stayed there and stayed there when we were there way back when.
Favorite part of the Beach Club is easily Stormalong Bay. That pool, the lazy river, the pool area, Hurricane Hannah's is right there. That's an easy one. There's only one for that's an easy number one. The Stormalong Bay, my wife and I absolutely love just sitting at a table. We have our own specific table that we always try to get right there next to the pool. Float around the lazy river a few times, go over to Hurricane Hannah's a few times, and then just sit there and just relax. And not a care in the world. Absolutely love that part of the Beach Club. Absolutely.
Jill, thank you for just subscribing to my guest. If you're wondering, coming in and you're brand new to Matt today, this is his channel right here. It's Gateway to the Magic. If you're looking for the magic, the gateway's right here. You can find it right here on his channel. Again, that playlist that I mentioned, which is absolutely fantastic, and you don't want to miss it. It's right there. 10 minutes of Disney magic. Can't say enough about that and how good it is. Matt, as we're sitting here going through, let's take a step back. Let's talk about you personally for a second here, and people can get to know you a little bit. Disney collectibles. You got a couple behind you, so do I. Everybody has Disney collectibles that are their favorites. You don't have to go through all, but what are some of your favorites that you really, that are, I got to have this?
It's probably maybe not necessarily a certain brand. It's a character. It's my Wally, my Wally character. I love the movie Wally. Love anything Wally, because let's be honest, Disney doesn't make a lot of Wally stuff, at least not a lot that I see available unless you go to secondary markets. Right. I love the little ears behind me, and I got a remote control robot. He's just, it's hard not to love Wally. And then I guess everyone loves. I love the Funko Pops and the old Vinylmation, but I like the one-off things that are when you see it, you're like, okay, I have to have it. I've never seen it before. Not sure how many of these there are. Mm-hmm. I have to have them. So I have my other favorites is right behind me over this shoulder. This is an Epcot Stein, a nice Epcot Stein that my wife told me that years ago, and that's probably one of my favorites in the collection. But that and the Wally stuff. But it's hard to pick just one. It's like naming your favorite child. It's like I love them all, but it's easy. It's easy to collect. I mean, it's as you know, and as I can see behind you, you have 2 or 3 things there on your shelves. It gets out of hand sometimes, and it's a good thing. But we need more room though. So
Javier throws it out that you're at 444 on subscribers. Thank you, Javier. Robert Christine, welcome in. First off, says Matt, we love your channel. Blue Polo has a question. When Blue Polo has a question, you make sure it gets answered. Welcome in, Duquesne Duke Mom as well. Gateway to the Magic, what is your favorite ride in all the parks?
Well, this might be a shock. I have to say Flights of Passage. Aside from the wait time, Flights of Passage, it's hard to say anything bad about that. That ride is just so immersive and so, unbelievably real feeling. It just, you get off there and your heart's pounding. So, assuming they can get on there within a 2-hour wait, love getting on Flights of Passage.
I love that one as well. Preston was asking me a question. Javi has a question. Let me throw it over here. I love all the questions tonight coming from the guests. From the chat. Thank you for the interaction tonight. Again, before you leave tonight, consider subscribing to this incredible gentleman that's sitting here, passionate, working toward 1K on his channel. And for us, we do Disney interviews twice a week on the channel. Welcome in more sunshine, please. Jimmy, great to see you. Have a wonderful day. Javier says, how old were you when you first visited Disney Park?
You know what? When I was a little kid, I was probably 3 or 4. I went one time. Don't really remember it that much. And we went once in a high school trip. Don't really remember it that much. So the first real time that I remember it and appreciate was I was 30. 30. So that was in 2000. So yeah. So it's nice. Like I said, it took me a little longer to get here, but I was there a couple times as a younger kid, and once as a young kid, and don't really recall those. But yeah, so I would say my official would be 30 was my first real time set.
You got there quicker than I did. I think I was a little bit, I might have been about the same age or close to it. Big Matt, that's Matt. He just subscribed to you.
Thank you, Big Matt.
For doing that as well. David Chappelle in-house with us as well. My guest tonight is solid right here on YouTube, but he's also solid over on Instagram. 1,154 followers over there. 1,765 posts right now over on Insta. And of course here, started the night at 421, progressively growing. Awesome. Good news to hear that. 220 total posted videos, 77,477 channel views prior to going into tonight's show. That's awesome. Big Money Lisa T has a question. She says, what does Matt miss most about PA?
Well, besides the obvious, my family and friends, that's the hardest. They're all 1,000 miles away. That's the easy answer. As far as PA itself goes, I have to say the change of the seasons, seeing the leaves change and having to get from 90 to 70 to 40 and, not just be 80 and 90 every day, which I'm not complaining. I love it down here, but to see the seasons actually change, that's probably the biggest Pennsylvania thing. But obviously, mainly, we definitely miss our family and friends and love it every time they can come down and or we can come home. So family and friends and the season. So
love it. That's a great quality answer. The lovely Morgan Gannon is here, everybody. She says, shout out from PA. Matt's son and daughter-in-law, we miss you and are proud of you. Welcome in to a family member joining in to say hello. That, here's the great thing. That's one thing, Matt, and I'll give you credit here. And to many others in the chat, and you know who you are. When your family members come in to show you some love on the chat, I do this channel with my son. So it's a beautiful thing. I know, you incorporate your wife as you do things down there with the channel. I think it's fantastic that Morgan stopped in tonight. And again, it shows more toward your character. And again, why I'm interviewing somebody and saying good things about him. Great character, and you see it there. Catherine Willoughby says, hey, I just subscribed. I'm not missing out. Timothy Rainwaters is in here. I appreciate that. MP says they miss you. And we got more questions coming from the chat. Let's see what James has got here. James says, I have a friend that works at the Candy Palace at Disneyland. He worked at Disney for 50 years. Okay. Interesting. Good enough there. Patrick throws out, what is your favorite ride in Disney? What is your favorite ride in Disney?
I guess Flights of Passage would be the best, unless I'm going to come up with a second one. But yeah, Flights of Passage. One of the ones that doesn't get as much stuff. I actually really like the Three Caballeros ride in Mexico over at Epcot. That's a great ride. Again, that doesn't get as much love as it should. So
I got to get you on the Diz-Our Dream school of thought. Your answer there should be the next one.
Right. Well, I was going to say get over there and ride it while you can before it changes to maybe Coco, which I'm okay with that too. I actually like the original ride better than the Three Caballeros, but I would rather like Coco than the new one. But I love the rides. I
love it. Disney World, Dan is in here. Disney M is in all the way over from the UK joining us. Molar Man has a question, and he's not going to step down until you tell him. If Matt could be a cast member at Disney, where would he work?
I would like to drive the boats, actually. That is a very relaxing ride. You don't see too much stress there. At least you don't see it. And just, going from certain resorts to the parks, it's not as mobbed. I see cast members, and God bless them, how they do their job. They should all be commended because it's a lot of work. So I couldn't do the crowded spots. I'll drive the boats. I'm okay driving the boats.
That would be awesome. So let me ask you this, as we're sitting here talking about this, you've obviously been to Florida a couple of times. What other parks have you attended, and what other parks are on your must-do bucket list for you?
Well, we've only ever been to Disney World, and my wife and I do not fly. So the only other park that's on our bucket list is obviously Disneyland. And someday we do have plans to do a cross-country road trip. Nice. See Disneyland and go up and hopefully see the Seahawks play a game in Seattle, and then stop various places along the way. But yeah, we definitely want to get up and see Disneyland. So
I absolutely love that. That's fantastic. Have you guys done any cruises or any of that? Do you do cruises at all, Matt?
Oh yeah, we've done a few cruises. And I think once things start getting a little cleared up more, I think we would consider doing that again. Okay. Now, if they would, I guess if they ran cruises from here to other parks, we could do that. And I know to some extent they do. But yeah, we enjoy the cruises too. So that's definitely one of the things we've done. I think I've been on one. One or two. I should probably know the answer, but
my wife gets mad. My wife gets mad at me all the time because my answer to her is we've done plenty of the Disney cruises. We got on the boat right around, went around Tom Sawyer Island, took that whole cruise right around Big Thunder. It was the greatest cruise I've ever taken. We don't need to take anymore. Which is what that answer never goes well in this house.
I can imagine. I would imagine not. Yeah.
Donna Kennedy says, I know it's not Disney. I highly recommend Discovery Cove. Yes, Discovery Cove. I do recommend it as well. I've had the chance to do that. I've actually been in the water with the dolphins when my company did it for a military thing. So, Bran would like to know, what is your favorite park at Walt Disney World?
That's easy. That's Epcot and World Showcase. Love the countries. And I think maybe one of the reasons why is because I know I'll never fly to any of these countries. So it's really interesting to see the different cultures and architecture and foods and drink within the different countries. Absolutely. I could walk around World Showcase all day. Aching feet permitting, of course, but yes. Love World Showcase. Love World Showcase.
Javier says you're at 448 followers now.
Wow. Thank you.
Appreciate
guys.
That.
You guys are great.
Appreciate
you guys
that.
are all great. Thank you so much.
Hatbox Ghost just came in here. So I have about 3 or 4 more questions I want to hit. But Matt, with your respect and indulgence, I would love to hit a couple community segments, let you get a drink, take a second.
Sure.
The rapid fire of the content coming today from the chat is fantastic, and they really hit hard, and you crushed it. I loved it. I'd like to talk to you when we get back. I want to talk to you about your holidays, Christmas versus Halloween. I'd like to talk about where your channel's going to go, and I'd like to talk to you about if you had some time with Walt Disney. I want to talk to you about all those topics, plus any more that might come up here. If anybody has any other questions for Matt and you want to highlight at Pete McDevitt Show. Wait till I get to the end of the community segment, and we will do that here. If you're new to me, again, this gentleman that I'm interviewing tonight, who is just highlighting it and lighting it up, is the incredible Gateway to the Magic. We've been showing his screen all night. I encourage you to consider taking a look at his channel. Consider subscribing based on his content over there or the interview tonight. And again, if you're having fun here with me tonight and our guest, I would ask you to please consider subscribing to me, because we do Disney interviews like this twice a week and Friday night Disney Hangouts. What you're about to see is what I do on this channel if you're brand new to me. I do things all about the Disney community. My channel is about helping everybody else, and you're going to see that as we go through and have a little bit of fun here. So let's knock it out. First, let's go down here and drop down to Magical Memories, People in the Parks. This is our segment we do each week where I find people send me pictures, or I get them from social media and I get people's approval to put the pictures up. This is people in the parks. This is just people from the community. If you're down there meeting your favorite YouTuber, or 2 YouTubers get together, send me the picture. Here's a great one. This is the VPs with Joy Sanudo and Justin Sanudo. Love seeing that one. That's a great picture. Recent picture here that we got. This was the WDW couple hanging out with Bryson and Crystal for the love of the mouse. Hanging out together down in the parks. There's Monarch Moments. If they're having a moment out there in California, right there. There's the Sanudos again, sitting with Donna Jaworski, R. Johns, and the amazing Samantha Lowe, who we love to death, hanging out, having a good time at dinner. Drew in the Moment is having a moment with Boba Fett. One of them is wearing a really cool uniform and shirt. The other one is Drew. No, I'm just kidding. We love Drew. He is incredible. If you haven't seen Drew in the Moment, you're missing out. Love that picture. That was an awesome picture. This is a great one. Jack from DSNY Newscast coming over from across the pond to hang out at the parks. Love seeing that one with Jack down there in the parks. He's a great guy. Do Philly Crew was down there recently for the Christmas celebration. They got a great picture down in Main Street of Hollywood. There's the Baker Candlestick Maker. He will be a guest on our show in just a couple weeks. Love sitting down with Chris and everything, the excitement he brings. Best Life and Beyond celebrated 2022 together out in the parks in California. Great picture there of those guys. Finish it up this week. There's the new parents-to-be, our Disney World Fix. They announced on our show a couple Fridays ago they are expecting their first child. Congratulations. This was a dinner date that went really bad. Justin Sanudo and VP. And I'm not sure. I'm not even going to comment. It just goes other ways. This is a good one. Carlo and Kiko's Adventures with Monarch Moments and Goofy. Actually, that's Monarch Moments, and Carlo and Kiko, and Garrett. That's actually Garrett in that red outfit right there, in case you didn't know. Last picture of the week. I love this one. This is our own Christina Whitman and her beautiful new child. First time over at the parks. They're her first ever visit, and she got to see Chris. Chris helped her get a button. Christina sent me this picture, and so did Chris, and I about fell out. Christina's been a huge supporter to our channel. Welcome in, WWMax. Appreciate you, buddy. And just love seeing her out at the park, and the smile on the new mom's face. Just can't say enough. Magical mail. We didn't get to the mail because we got a snowstorm that blocked us in, so we will have to wait till mail till Sunday, but we couldn't go anywhere without recognizing who brings us the mail each week. Guys, if you're thinking about things to do for Valentine's Day for that special someone, I cannot stress enough how great the Main Street Treat Company is. They bring you treats right from the park on their website. It's incredible.
Well, hello, fellow Disney freaks. This is Disney Connections, and I'm Rob.
And I'm Melanie.
And we are here to invite you to come by our channel over at Disney Connections on YouTube,
where we do unboxings, box swaps, lives from the park, and sometimes we have guest speakers.
We also want to invite you to come over to www.mainstreettreat.com to pick up your favorite Disney treats.
Right from the park, shipped to you. Hope to see you soon.
Congratulations. We recognize creators each week on this channel when they have success. Congratulations this week from Casey of Casey's Corner, who's our executive producer in charge of our 4K content and absolutely blowing it up on our channel. He's starting to put stuff on his channel as I keep encouraging him to do. Please drop his link as well into the chat. Thank you for dropping the connections in Main Street. Casey and I want to recognize this week, well, I'm going to recognize Casey. 50,000 channel views. Anytime a channel hits a 50,000 mark, we will recognize you. Let us know. We'll talk to you about it over here. We want to recognize Dizzar Dream this week. 1.5 million channel views. 1.5 million channel views.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
Steve from the World just hit 4,000. Congratulations to Steve. Living in Diz just went over 7,000 over there for Corey and the family. Drew in the Moment. He's had 9,000 plus moments with him. He's just went over 9K. Congratulations. Vacation Exploration. Heather just hit 20,000 on her channel. We're very excited. Congratulations. Each week we do the Race to 100K. If you haven't heard about this segment, your first time watching me, you're going to love this. There's channels in here that you can find that are Disney related you may not know about. You got to have at least 3,000 subscribers to be considered, and this is where we do the race each week, and it is brought to you.
Hello everyone, it's Chris with Disney Dynamics. We bring you tons of Disney content with a little bit of humor. My mom thinks I'm funny anyways. 4K unboxings of Disney merch and promo codes to save you money. We bring you live to Disney parks, and then after the sun goes down, we head to Disney After Dark, where we mix Disney-inspired drinks and have slightly inappropriate conversations with our Disney friends. If that sounds good to you, you're just the right amount of weird to fit right in. That's Disney Dynamics, spelt with a K for some reason.
All right, let's recognize this week on their path to 100,000 subscribers. The top three in the race. Big Fat Panda, Super Enthused, and Best Life and Beyond. You got 2 from Florida and 1 from Cali. Congratulations. Next in the race, from 73 down to 42, you got Daps Magic all the way down to Earsham Emporium. WDW couple would always believe they passed other people. Always believe is at 43,000 flat as well. They tied Corey up. WDW at 61 too. All great channels in there, 73 down to 42. I encourage anybody who might be new to the Disney community at some point to go back and replay this, pause, write down some channel names, and go check these channels out. 33 down to 17, Streaming the Magic, all the way down to Disney Pins Blog. You got California, you got Florida, you got Lou Mangello, iconic in there. You got Tanya, that crazy Disney lady, one of the few Steeler people that I actually love to death. She's amazing. Steve and Kai out of Cali, just a great group of people. 33 down to 17. 17-3 down to 10-7. Dave K's been doing it a long time. Diz Cupcake is a young lady who's absolutely incredible. LBV TV, Diz Life of Ours, the Magic Dad with fireworks over top of them because they passed people this week. Great channels in there, 17 down to 10. Want to check those guys out. And again, we remind you, we're not asking you to subscribe to anybody. we're asking you to check out the channel. If it meets your viewing thing, then hit that subscribe. Mouse Talk's leading it up at 10-7 on this page, down to 7-7. Some great people in there that are active in our community. Drew in the Moment jumped up and passed some people as he went over 9. Vincent Vision chasing dreams with Mike, not far from 9. It's just an amazing group right there. Check out all of these channels. Finishing up the back half of the race, 7-1 down to 5. Mickey's Magic down to Magic in the Music. Turner's Diz Our Dream, Living in Diz, Ear to Ear Magic, Brian and Amanda, they all go live from the parks consistently. Ear to Ear Magic just going over 7. When they did, they passed some people in there. That's why that's an actual firework from Magic Kingdom of a picture that I took myself, and I cropped it down to be the firework acknowledgement of passing. Last 2 slides for this thing, for the race to 100K, brought to you by Disney Dynamics, because you got to be dynamic to do this, is Dad Got Parks down to Rob Fuzz. When you're in that 5,000 range, you're on the path, starting to get to double digits. Congratulations this week to Wonders of Life and One Little Spark JL, both of them past creators in the race this week. You got California, you got Florida, Chloe and Dan strong over on Instagram, Mouse Vibes out in Cali, Dole Whip Dad, a partner channel, Rob Fuzz doing all kind of historic Disney. It's just some great people in here. And finishing up the race this week, Donna Jaworski, Steve's World, Myers and the Mouse, Princess and the Bear, Mickey's Girls, who will be guests next week, Midlife Fives, Brandy and Dave, and the Orlando guy. Of course, Steve has his fireworks for passing a couple people in the race to get there. Congratulations to all these people. And again, take the time to hit pause on the channel, go back and look, write down some channel names, check out these people. If you go over, you like their channel, put a note in their content that you heard about them from Pete McDevitt. I would love that. It means something to me when we do. I got to fix this because I don't think I have the other one in there. I started to put it in. I didn't. Okay. Next week's guest, we had to switch up because there was a conflict. Mickey's Girls will be my guest next week. Gateway is here this week. Gateway was supposed to be next week. I have all this on a timer. So it'll be Mickey's Girls. Mickey's Girls. I cannot wait to sit down with her and talk to her next Wednesday night. Sunday night, I'm putting the VPs through the ringer. We're going to go soaring again with VP, and I can't wait. Sunday night, 6 o'clock, right here on the channel. We go off the wall. It's our PG-13 more adult show that we do on Sunday nights. We encourage you to come back. The VPs, they had people in tears crying when I interviewed them the first time. If you don't think it's not going to be like that again, you're absolutely off your rocker. I want to recognize these people. These are the people that were inducted into our Disney YouTube recognition series. If one of my moderators could drop the link for that playlist, for the playlist of recognition, I would appreciate it. If you don't know what this is about, it's very simple. It is a virtual Hall of Fame that was created that people are voted into it in the community. They could be creators, they could be moderators, they could be people in the community that support. There's so many ways that you can get in, but you're voted in by your peers. There's commemorative buttons that are created for it. We have a whole series. We've done 4 series on it so far. 120 people have been inducted. You can check out the other ones that were done, which are the Muppet series, the Pixar series, the Star Wars series, and now this is the Marvel people that are going in. So please check them out, and you might hear your name called in March, April time frame in the spring when the next segment comes out, the Disney villains, as we honor the villains that were created, not making the people villains, honoring the creativity of the Imagineers. I want to do 2 other quick things to highlight this week that are very important to me. One, Valentine's Day, as I said, is coming up. One other creator that's out in the community really supporting people that's also doing a lot and is great to check out for a gift for Valentine's.
Hello, this is Josh.
And I am Amy, and we are from Central Florida Novelty and Gifts. We are a family-owned small shop. We are an authorized Loungefly retailer.
Please check out our website as we carry Loungefly, Funko Pops, Tervis, Danielle Nicole, and Fig Pins. We take pride in providing great customer service as our customers are our #1 priority. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook for up-to-date product information and new releases.
Hey, if you're a fan of the NFL and you want to have fun during the Super Bowl and the AFC and NFC Championship games, well, participate in our fundraising event, the Super Bowl Pool Blocks. We have blocks available, limited in number. They're going quick. All 3 games are available. It's a fundraising event. Big payouts on all 4 quarters. different numbers for every quarter. It's all online. We'd love for you to be in. Reach out to me on email or social media to participate in our Super Bowl block pools and the AFC NFC games as well. The block pools, everybody, just so you know, we're doing a fundraiser. Preston got an opportunity to go to a college tournament. It's a tournament with his travel team. It'll be played in Omaha, Nebraska. It's during the College World Series. Got a chance for college coaches to get a look at him. Got a chance for him to go to a College World Series game. And we have to do our own fundraising. So we are going to pay out 4 blocks on it, $500 a block. If you're interested, again, no obligation. Please send me a note. Our guest tonight, absolutely fantastic gentleman. Gateway to the Magic. That's his screen right up there on there. We're going to bring Matt back in to finish up tonight's interview. We already got questions coming in. Wendy Lorenzo, welcome in, Wendy. What is Matt's favorite Disney character?
That's got to be Wally. That's an easy one. That's the little robot. Love the little guy. So Wally.
That surprised me when I first talked to you the first time you brought that up. And when I got off the phone, I said, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever had anybody tell me that I like Wally, which is cool. I mean, it's great. Again, it sets you apart from everybody else. I love that. Absolutely love that. Jan S., who is a huge supporter to the Disney community, says, does Matt have a favorite Disney restaurant?
Oh, again, these questions. Can I do 1 A, B, C, D? I'll just pick one for.
I'll give you 2.
Yachtsman Steakhouse. Tremendous. Love Yachtsman Steakhouse.
Never done it. I want to do that.
It's tremendous, and we'll just stick with Yachtsman's for now. There's too many B, C, D, and F. I'll just stick with Yachtsman as my favorite. Absolutely.
Okay, love it. So let's talk for a minute here about, first, it's just been the holiday season. I like to say, hey, I'm part of the Hallowismas thing. I'm in the middle, Halloween and Christmas. There's Christmas still up, and Disney exploded in my living room. But where is it for your family, your house? And before you do, let me just say welcome to Jack Twaddle. What in the World with Russ says, hey, Wally is my favorite too. It's good to be an oddball. So he just wanted to throw that out there.
There you go.
What is yours there for Christmas?
You saying which do we prefer?
Are you in the middle? Are you heavy on one side? Where are you guys?
Yeah, we're in the middle. I love Halloween because it's the beginning of that fall season. But it's hard to say you don't love Christmas. This is my first Christmas ever in a Disney park, and now all of a sudden we live here and we're seeing it every day. Disney goes all out. What they do in the parks and resorts is pretty amazing. For the decorations, I would say Christmas. It really it blows away. But I've always been a little more partial to Halloween. I'm not really sure why. I think if I had to go, I'd probably pick Halloween as a smidge above, a snowflake above Christmas.
I love it. Welcome in, Surf Bum. Central Florida says, does Matt prefer rope drop or closing the parks?
I prefer a rope drop. And probably all my family and friends are out there would probably agree that I'm not a night owl anymore. I used to maybe be a little more, but no, I would prefer rope drop. Get in, do your thing, and then take your time. Unfortunately, I can't stay up as late as I used to. But I love rope drop. Plus, it's a little emptier. Well, I guess they're both empty. Yeah. But there are spots where you can get to that are completely empty at rope drop. Yeah, I would say rope drop.
I love it. Doug is here. Doug says, hey, welcome in, Doug, first off. He says, where is the best place at Disney World to party?
Geez, I'm probably the wrong person to ask. I'm more of the 10 minutes of magic guy. You've seen the videos, Pete. I'm more of a 10 minutes of magic guy.
I would say anywhere at Epcot. How about you?
Yeah, well, I would say probably Epcot. Probably on the weekends. If you go on the weekends, there's a lot of craziness there. But
the Food and Wine Festival, Doug, that would be
absolutely
the place to go, brother.
It gets atmosphere to say the least. So
absolutely, it does. Absolutely. Want to throw it out there to you. Long-term plan. For Gateway to the Magic. Welcome in, OCL Larry. Long-term plan for Gateway to the Magic. Where do you want to see the channel 5 years from now?
Oh gosh, 5 years. You know what? I want to see it on those previous screens you showed with all those other great Disney content creators. There are so many great folks out there, and the stuff they're doing is just amazing. And just doing this for mainly a year or two, it's not easy. And the stuff that you do and everyone else does is it's hard to believe. So I want to get to that point where I have the time and the resources and the availability and the opportunities to do that much stuff and to do that fun type of different things. Right. Short term, I actually want to do more videos in front of the camera. As you may have seen, I do most of mine behind the camera now. But I want to get out in front and do more live videos and get in front of the camera more. But yeah, I want to get out there and I want to be on that screen that you just showed and get to see as many things as I can and go to as many different places as I can. So, and just increase my Disney footprint, if you will.
We've been recognizing Matt, just so if you're new tonight listening in, we've been recognizing Matt on Friday night for quite some time. It's probably been about 6 months, 7 months that Matt was one of the first channels when Chris and I sat down together and said, hey, let's do a thing where we recognize channels under 1,000 and help them get there. We picked out about 25 channels, 25 to start. And Matt was only at 100 something then, or under that. You were 80 something. You were really low when we started.
It was low. Yeah, it was in that lower range.
It was low. And, even Chris said, well, don't we want to keep it about, channels that have 200 or 300? I said, no, I love this guy and what he stands for and what he does. And I want to get him in here. So I've loved watching your progression on Friday nights. Hats off to your very consistent progression. And, we're on your way now to 500, the halfway mark, which is great to get you over that number, which is awesome. Donna says you're currently at 449, which is
wow. Thank you, guys.
And again, if you're watching our show and your channel is under 1,000 and you're not recognized on our Friday night show, make sure you send me a note so we can do a channel evaluation of you. Matt's channel is the perfect evaluation. Family friendly, quality sound, quality editing, and quality video content, Disney based. Those are the things we look for in it. And if you meet some of those criteria, we'd love to put you in it and recognize you just like we've done. And we'll continue to do for Gateway to the Magic till we can celebrate him hitting 1,000, which we can't wait to do in the future here on our channel. Welcome in. LSU Mom is here, everybody. That's not an announcement. It's just a warning. I like to. Let's talk about for a second as we come ready to close here. If you had a chance for a moment with Walt to just walk, let's just say we're going to walk Epcot, your favorite park. You guys are going to walk Epcot and you're going to ride your favorite ride over there. What is it that conversation entails? What would you want to have the chance to say to Walt or talk to Walt about?
I would probably just say thank you. I say this to my wife a lot. His vision, and I always think back to that picture with him standing in the swamp with the big X, and how because there's still a lot of swamp area down here, and I drive around and see wooded swamp area, and like, how did he see that and picture what we see now at Disney World? And I would like to say, what did you see? Because it doesn't, if you would tell me that this guy's going to take the swamp and turn it into what it is now, I wouldn't believe you. It's almost impossible to believe. So I would like to know what made him think that he could turn Florida Swampland into Disney World today. It's mind-boggling. It really is.
If you never got that answer, I would want to know that myself, because I've sat many days looking at the pictures of him down there doing the survey where he was standing on the spot where the castle is now, and it's just nothing. And he had this vision. So welcome in Carrie Allen. Welcome in Patriotism USA. Patriotism USA supports a lot of channels. Love you. Damico, welcome in as well. Just making sure I don't miss anybody as we go through. All right, as we get ready to tie things up here for the night, we try to close things up all the way we do. Let's first start by, I throw it over to you for a final thought of the night from your side of, let's go Animal Kingdom tonight.
Well, from my final thought is Animal Kingdom does not get as much love as it should. It has done a lot in the past couple years. We love Animal Kingdom. My wife and I spent plenty of Sunday fun day, if you will, at Animal Kingdom, just walking around. We'll go there. We won't ride a single ride. We'll go there and we'll just sit. And we were just there this past Sunday, and the street atmosphere, the performers, the tam drummers, all that stuff, and it's just so. Again, it's not what you would think a theme park would be. Love Animal Kingdom. I think it's the most underrated of the four parks by far, and absolutely love it.
I love it. Rob, welcome in. And Katie Y says, just no question. It's a comment. It's a blessing to see another great representative of the Disney community on YouTube. I look forward to seeing Matt's channel grow. Thank you, Katie Y. Don't be shy, everybody. Katie Y is here. Matt, just a final thought in general for tonight's interview from you, and then I'll finish with mine.
Just want to say thanks, obviously, to you, Pete, for the opportunity, and all the other Disney YouTubers out there that have come before me and giving me all these different ideas. And just as big a thanks to all my family and friends and all the supporters out there that have, this past year we grew leaps and bounds. And like I said, it's been a big transition year for us. And next year, or I guess this year, 2022, we're looking to even surpass that. But the support that everyone's given has just been amazing. And the inspiration that the other creators have done out there to give us ideas and, oh, look at that. That's great. And just to make us smile and enjoy Disney when we can't always be there is just tremendous. So there's a lot to be happy about and thankful. So I appreciate everyone that plays a part in that.
I love it. Well, and welcome in, Remy. Thank you for being here. And LSU Mom says I was your 450th subscriber. I appreciate that.
Thanks, LSU Mom.
I want to finish up with a couple things from my side of the park and do it this way. One, I want to make sure that everybody, consider subscribing to Matt and checking out, especially his playlist there. I love the 10 Minutes of Disney Magic. It's a great concept. It's something that sets out Matt's channel, a little bit different from everybody. Everybody needs something unique. My thing that's unique is I let Stacey Rogers come in. I don't know. I had to come up with something. But nonetheless, I'd love for people to check out Matt's channel, whether you're watching live tonight or watching on the replay. Disney Worlders, who is a partner with us, says, hey, he can share out his link on his group. So you can go over and share your channel link over to Disney Worlders. Dan owns that channel, and he will approve it for you to help you out and get some more people.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks. Patriotism USA, they've been posting it all night. They just posted right after you asked. There you go. Thank you, Donna. Want to make sure. Welcome in Michelle Ward. She says, love Gateway to the Magic. I would ask anybody that's in here tonight, if you're brand new to Matt, please consider subscribing based on his content. If you're brand new to me, I do Disney interviews 2 days a week, Sunday night and Wednesday nights directly. Friday nights late, we do a Disney hangout. It's all Disney merchandise, all Disney news, all Disney magic. It's a lot of fun. We have some laughs. I would love for you to do that as well. Patriotism USA says, hey, I'm 451 on the subscriber count. Don't leave me out. Appreciate you over there. And I want to say to you, Matt, please keep bringing the magic to us. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't lose that love of Disney and everything we do. As I told you in the preview when we were sitting here talking, you're always welcome to stop in on a Friday night, say hello, tell us about new videos you have coming out, and join us to keep growing your channel. And that, that goes forever. That's not just while you're under 1,000. We really appreciate it. To everybody else out there, the couple quick things as I finish up here. One, thank you anybody who would be considering the fundraiser for Preston that we're doing. I love football. It's a great tie-in. It's really cool. We're working on 10,000 subscribers. We are under 1,000 on the countdown to get to 10K. I can't wait to celebrate with you as a community when we hit that. If we hit that number, it's going to be because of you. Whoever's watching live, whoever's watching on the replay, I stress it, you. It's because of you. It's in the middle of the word, and it's in the middle of our channel. We don't get there without you. I can't wait to celebrate with you guys and hit double digits, and wherever we go from there, wherever God takes us is a good thing. Reminder, my partner channels do a great job. Please check out all of the partner channels. I'm going to start doing this at the end because I'd like to do a little bit more. They do a lot to support me. I want to support them. Please check them out. Several of them are on their way to 1,000 as well. Dad Builds and Tina Marie. The FP Network's exploding, doing some great things. And everybody else up there, Diz Our Dream, Myers, Carlos, and Dole Whip Dad are fantastic people. We don't want to forget them as we are going out. Finally, I always finish it up by two things here. One, if you want to help your favorite creator, if you like Matt and what he's doing, what's up, Tony? Welcome in, dude. If you like Matt and what he's doing, or any creator, I don't care who you are. Dawn Slabby says, you're great, Gateway, by the way. Just want to throw that out there.
That's my wife.
There you go. I knew that. I didn't want to say it. But the fact that your wife's saying you're great, how long you been married?
A couple of years. That was like 22. 22, was that right, hon?
22? You and 22. I are married. So my anniversary is tomorrow.
Wow. Happy anniversary.
27 years with my wife. Wow. Nanette, can you please tell me I'm great? Sorry. Look, guys, if you like Matt and his content and everything he does, welcome in MP. I don't know why, but they decided to recognize MP coming in tonight, so thank you for subscribing. If you're like, whoever your favorite creator is, okay? Whoever your favorite creator is, I challenge everybody two things. One, tube it up, okay? Tube it up. Go in, watch a video, leave a comment if it's a vlog. If it's a live, leave a comment, highlight, talk in the chat. If you really want to help your creator, share them out. The spider web effect works. If the more people that hear about a channel, the more they'll check it out, the more their chance to subscribe. And the biggest thing that I tell everybody, if you really like a channel, I'm going to quote the governor of Maryland, hit the damn button. He says it all the time here in Maryland about something else with the government. Hit the button and subscribe to the channel. There's nothing better for a creator to wake up in the morning and see that 2 more people like their channel. If they do, there's a good chance they might put out another video. And if you already like them, we all win when that happens. The last thing that I've started for 2022 is a campaign that I am leading, and I'm doing it every time. And so far, I'm 5 days in, and I've done it about 30 times already. If you're watching a channel, you stop in to watch them, try to make an effort to have a 10-minute impression. Try to stay there and watch the channel for 10 minutes, whether you're Ninja or in the chat. I am on a focus this year. Hey, Our Castle Life, how you doing? Good to see you guys. Great channel there, Our Castle Life. They're blowing up. Love those guys. If you're out there and you're watching creators for 10 minutes, you're going to help their watch time. You're going to help their impression with YouTube. I don't know how that stupid algorithm totally works, but I know this helps it. So 10 minutes this year, that's my 10-minute challenge to everybody. If you go into a challenge, into any channel, live or a vlog, stay there for at least 10 minutes. Show them you love them. Give them the love. We appreciate you. We thank you, everybody, for watching. Again, my guest tonight was absolutely fantastic here. I want to show his chat one more time. Gateway to the Magic. Check him out. He's like Our Castle Life and all these people that are up around this 400-500 range that are incredible content creators. And I can't say enough for people like them here for the moment. There's so many of them in the chat here right now. Dan from Disney Worlders that are all trying to grow their channels. Please give them a little bit of love. I tell you what, one thing that I was really impressed with tonight, you've got some great stuff there behind you. It's absolutely fantastic.
We're spent a lot of years getting to it, but it's like I said, it's so much fun. It gets out of control though. But I love it.
Glad you love it. All right, everybody, we will see you soon. We're taking you out of here. Matt, it's been a pleasure.
Pete, thank you. Thank you, everyone out there. Appreciate it. Be safe.
Hello there, this is Timo. We hope you enjoyed the show. It was great having you with us. You were a lovely group, the best audience ever. Now please, get out!
Thanks, Musketeers, for joining the party. We'll be looking for you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye, all.